Hopefully nobody calls. If they do, just end it without doubt anybody calling.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Kwame shalom.
Kwame shalom.
Alright, Ashar Kadash Shirak. Kwame shalom. Ashar Kadash Shirak. Happy New Moon, third month. Kwame shalom. Alright, so all praise to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai for another month closer to salvation. All praises. Good? Good. All praises. So tonight we're gonna go over the new moon third month. But before we get into that, we're gonna talk about a quick topic. Sort of a cliche topic we know already. But before anything, we're gonna open up in prayer. As we do, we give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, the Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Okay? Hallelujah.
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 Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
So without further ado, imagine we're playing Jerusalem, stand and face Jerusalem on the east, which of course is in that corner. Hallelujah. We're going to do opening prayer. Lord's Prayer for the opening and a blessing of the new moon. Hallelujah.
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 Abanawa, Shema
Shemayo,
Kadash, Ayah, Shomka, Yahweh, Lakwavka, Taba'a, Haratazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Ayah, Bashemayo, Tanawa, Wakham, Ko, Yawong, Wasalaknawa, Kabawafinawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawafinawa, Wala'a, Adianawa, Badasai one, Abo, Abushainawa, Man, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wa'ala, Watapara, Laivalong, Hallelujah. 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 Our Father Yahweh which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. By Hashem Mashiach Yahushua Tawad Amen. Hallelujah.
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 Kwame shalom.
Kwame shalom.
Shema.
Shema.
Yashirallah.
Yashirallah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Allah Hayanawa. Yahweh. Yahweh. Shema.
Shema.
Yashirallah.
Yashirallah.
Yahweh. Allah Hayanawa. Yahweh. Shema. Yashirallah. Yahweh. Allah Hayanawa. Yahweh. Shema. Yashirallah. Yahweh. Allah Hayanawa. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our power, Yahweh is one. Deuteronomy 6 verse 4, Credo of Israel. Hallelujah.
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 Blessing of the new moon, third month, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem.
Hashem.
Hamashiach.
Hamashiach.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Baruch
Barak.
Barak. Nawa. Kadash.
Yorak.
Wa. Nawa. Rum.
Yawom.
Baruch Hashem. Hamashiach. Yahushua. The water. Yad. Awalom. Hallelujah. Hashem. Hamashiach. Yahushua. Kwame shalom. Hallelujah. Shabbat, be seated. Kwame shalom. All right, shalom to all of Israel, all the brothers and sisters tuning in live. Kwame shalom. Happy new moon, brew moon, third month. All praise to Yahweh Shai. So tonight, real quick, before we get into the new moon, we get a few new moon scripts before we close out. But I wanted to get into sort of a cliche topic that we all know, but it's still necessary to put out. All right, so the pre-topic to the new moon is the nations hate us. Israel, okay? The nations hate Israel, okay? And why do they hate us? Because we special. Because we chosen. Because we can do what no other nation can do. Let's get that. Let's start with that. 2 Samuel 7:23. That's the main reason why they hate us, because they're not the chosen people of the Lord. Okay? Because we got a special and a unique spirit about us. The Most High chose us, right? Why can Jordan fly and Mayweather knock everybody out? Muhammad Ali, right? What's the other way? Sugar Ray Leonard, right? Mike Tyson, right? Why? Because we warriors by nature. Okay? That's why they hate us, right? So we're gonna get into that tonight. And I was moved by this topic because I was listening to the Clubhouse a little bit earlier. I was listening to the KB Kosher Breakfast, and a brother came on there, and every racial incident brothers was mentioning, the brother was like, "Oh no, that don't mean racism." I'm like, "But has this brother been under a rock somewhere?" Oh no, that don't mean they hate us, brother. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with a lot of the recent things that's been going on, and I'm listening to this brother in the Clubhouse like, "You forgot Esau and the other nations hate us?" Oh no, brother, that don't mean they racist against us. Every situation the brothers was mentioning, oh no, I don't look at that as hate, brother. So y'all need a wake-up call according to these scriptures. Okay? Because the scriptures say they will always hate us. But there's a reason why, because we're chosen by the Lord. Okay? Read that, King. 2 Samuel 7:23. Would everybody have it? Say, Khan?
It's the book of 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 23.
Good.
And what one nation in the earth?
What one nation in the earth? That's why they hate you too, because you're only one. There's only one of us. There's only one Israelite nation. Right? All the other nations is like, damn, why we couldn't be that nation? Why we couldn't be part of it? Why we couldn't be accepted? Okay? Right, go ahead.
And what one nation in the earth?
What one nation in the earth, go ahead,
is like thy people.
is like thy people. Come on.
Even like Israel.
Like who?
Even like Israel.
There's your answer right there. Why the nations hate us? Because the Most High only made one of us. They can't be, no matter how much they try, they can't be. They can rule the world, they can have the riches, they can oppress us, put us in slavery, but they're not that one unique nation that the Most High made. Right, go ahead.
Whom the Most High went to redeem for a people to himself.
The Lord said he redeemed Israel for a people to himself. So the other nations like, why that couldn't be us? Oh man, it was them. It's a jealousy, envy thing. Like, no, the Most High didn't choose you. Right, come on.
And to make him a name. And to do for you great things and terrible.
Right, to do for you great things and terrible. Come on.
For thy land before thy people, which thou redeemest to thee from Egypt, from the nations and their gods.
Go ahead.
For thou hast confirmed to thyself.
The Lord said he confirmed to himself. Come on.
Thy people, thyself, thy people, Israel, to be a people unto thee forever.
For how long?
Forever.
The Lord said he confirmed to himself his people Israel to be a people unto him forever. Okay? So that's why the nations hate us right there. They're not chosen. And no matter what they do, they can't do nothing to become the Lord's people. So they're like, damn, no matter what, y'all chosen by God. Y'all special. A lot of y'all don't know it. You don't want to accept it. You don't live it out. But damn, we can't be y'all no matter what we do. Okay? Go to Deuteronomy 7:6. All right? A lot of our people need a wake-up call. All right? The nations, yes, they do hate us. Oh, no, that wasn't racism, brother. Oh, no. I don't look at that as a racial incident. What the hell are you talking about? So would the white man have wrapped his arm, damn you pity, would he have wrapped his arm around a white man's neck like that for 15 minutes? They would have said, no, he's mentally disabled, call the paramedics, call the authorities and get this guy some help. Everybody just evacuate the train. Just get out of this guy's way and call the authorities so they can calm him down. No, we're going to yoke this nigga up and kill him. Because that's basically the spirit, man. And now this devil got a $2 million damn GoFundMe.
Yeah, con.
Thanks to Governor DeSantos and Kid Rock and all these other white supremacist racists that's pushing this damn GoFundMe. So if that's not hatred, what is it? The nations hate us. Israel. You Negroes need a wake-up call. Right? $2 million GoFundMe and counting. When that man finished, he probably gonna have $20 million. Right? He got celebrities and people. And there's more people endorsing him. They just haven't come out yet. It came out DeSantos. We know he's a racist because he wanted to take out Negro studies out of the school system. He wanted to take Negro studies out of the school system in Florida. All right, so we know he's the damn devil and a racist. Right, go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. When everybody has to say, "Con."
Go ahead.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
The thou art a holy people is Israel. This is another reason why the nations hate us, because we're chosen by the Lord. We're special. We're unique. And a lot of us don't even realize it. Come on.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee.
Have what?
Have chosen thee.
The Lord chose Israel. Go ahead.
To be a special people.
To be a what?
To be a special people.
To be a special people. Come on.
Unto himself.
Unto himself. Go ahead.
Above all people.
Above all people. That's why they hate you, because you're above all people. Right? Go ahead.
That are upon the face of the earth.
You're above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Plain.
All right, so that's plain. Right? It don't get no more plain than that.
Come.
So we got to go back a lot of times to these elementary things to get Israel to understand. Sometimes it's the basics that's going to carry our people back into this thing. Because they forget about the basic things. Slavery, right? Institutionalized racism, police brutality, right? Economic racism, financial racism. You forget these things? Oh, no, I don't look at that as I forgot the guy's name. It was something with a T. I was listening to the Clubhouse for like 10 minutes and I got disgusted. All right? You know what I'm saying? Right? No, I don't look at that as a racist incident. I look at that as something else. Well, what the hell do you look at it as? Right? Give me Leviticus. Let's go to Leviticus 26 and let's start at 14. Leviticus 26 and 14. All throughout history, the nations have hated us, man. All right? That's why we're in the condition that we're in. On top of the Most High punishing us. But the Lord said, I'm going to use the perfect vessel. I'm going to use those that hate you. I'm going to punish y'all with those that hate you. Read what you got, King.
This is the book of Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 14. Everyone have it, say, "Come." But if ye will not hearken unto me, and will not do all these commandments, and if he shall despise thy statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that he will not do my commandments, but that he break my covenant,
Come on.
I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you
The
terror.
Lord said, I will appoint over you terror. Right? We have been terrorized as a nation of people in this society. Constantly. Come on.
I will even appoint over you terror.
Come on.
Consumption.
You will be consumed. Everything you do will be consumed. From your health, your finances, everything. Your nation, your people. Go ahead.
And the burning of
meaning different diseases. Go ahead.
That shall consume the eye.
Go ahead.
And cause sorrow of heart.
Come on.
And he shall sow your seed in vain. For your enemies shall eat.
So your enemies, go ahead.
Shall eat it.
Shall eat it. And sowing our seed deals with everything. Everything we do, the nations come and suck it up. The wealth in our community, our work. You labor on these jobs 12, 14 hours, and the heathen get the bulk of the money. Right? Anything you do, even, that's literal, even the farmland. Even the farmland in America that Negroes had has been taken over by the government or destroyed. Or they got billions of dollars that's supposed to go to the black farmers and they don't give it to them to finance their farming and continue it on. Right? So that's literal. You're going to sow your seed. So I can read that again?
Verse 16?
Yeah, go ahead.
Leviticus.
No, the last part.
And he shall sow your seed in vain.
Right, sowing your seed represents like your crops, right? Go ahead.
For your enemies shall eat.
But that's everything. They eat up everything that you sow. Right? Even your children. Your seed is your children also. You sow your seed, you sow your actual seed, your children, and an enemy eat them up. They destroy them with hip-hop music. Right? With thuggism, with demon time. With their pants hanging off their behind, butt breaking them. They get them Little Nas X and all these other, Little WAP or whatever, this other rapper that just came out as gay. Little Wop, I think his name is, or something like that. They said he's Boozy or one of them artists. I forget. Right? That's what they give you. They consume our children. Right? They eat up our children with the curses. Right? Come on.
And I will set my face against you.
And the Lord said he set his face against us, right? Right? Come on.
And he shall be slain before your enemies.
Right, you slain before your enemies. You think Daniel Penny loved Jordan Neely? He did not. He said, I'm gonna use this nigga as a soft target and I'm gonna kill him. Right? Read it again.
Come on. And I will set my face against you.
The Lord said he's going to set his face against us. Go ahead.
And he shall be slain before your enemies.
So if they're your enemies, they don't love, they're racist towards you. They hate you. Right? Come on.
They that hate you.
No, they that love you.
They that hate you.
No, I don't look at that as racism.
They that hate you.
I don't look at that as hatred.
They that hate you.
They that hate you, come on.
Shall reign over you.
That's who's ruling over us. And it's not just Esau. Right? It's Elam, Ishmael, Ham. Right? We don't have to get it, but everybody can put down Psalms 83. It gives you a list of all the nations that take crafty counsel against us because they hate us.
Right.
Right? When it says they that hate you shall reign over you, look, when Elam got a damn chicken store in your, how's a damn East Indian selling Negroes fried chicken? And we were masters at fried chicken from slavery. That's reigning over you. Even your food is given to you from your enemy. Right? Come on.
And he shall flee when none pursue
And you shall flee with no pursue you, meaning you don't have no power. You got all the power in the world to kill and destroy and murder each other, but you have no power against your real enemy. That's what that's talking about. So the Lord said, they that hate you would reign over you. The nations hate us. They hate Israel. They are enemies. When are you going to get that through your damn thick damn skull? Right, let's get some examples of that. Go to 1 Maccabees 7. Go to 1 Maccabees 7 and read verse 26. 1 Maccabees 7 and 26.
It's the book of 1 Maccabees.
You better get a damn wake-up call, man. The nations hate us.
Come.
All right, go ahead. 1 Maccabees 7 and 26.
1 Maccabees chapter 7 verse 26. And everybody have it, say come.
Con.
Then the king sent Nicanor.
Sent Nicanor. This is when Israel was fighting against the Greeks, of course. So the king, because he hated Israel, the Greek king, come on.
One of his honorable princes.
One of his honorable princes and one of the leaders of his army. Go ahead.
A man that bear deadly hate.
That what?
That bear deadly hate.
That bear deadly hate. Come on.
Unto Israel.
So hold that. Give me Ezekiel 35 and 5. Get the other classic. Ezekiel 35 and 5 links with 1 Maccabees 7 and 26.
The book of Ezekiel chapter 35 verse 5. Everybody have it, say come.
Come.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
A what?
A perpetual hatred.
So that don't mean that Esau, right, which is the the Greeks, which is the father of the Edomites, one of the fathers of the Edomites, that don't mean they just hated us back then. Daniel Penny is a modern day Greek. You know what I'm saying? The cop that choked out Eric Gardner, that's a modern day Roman. He was a so-called Italian. Daniel Pantaleo, whatever the hell his name was. Shoving, the other cop that shoving, he was shoving his damn neck on the other brother. What's his name?
Talking about George Floyd?
George Floyd. He shoved his neck on George Floyd. Right, his knee, Salakia. He shoved his knee on George Floyd's neck. Right, Khan? Right, so that was a perpetual hatred. That's the Greeks and the Romans back today. Same thing. Right, go ahead.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Everlasting hatred, go ahead.
And hast shed the blood.
Have shed the blood, go ahead.
Of the children of Israel.
Of who?
Of the children of Israel.
Come on.
By the force of the sword.
By the force of the sword, go ahead.
In the time of their calamity.
Go ahead.
In the time that their iniquity had an end.
So go back to 1 Maccabees 7:26. Salakia. All right, 1 Maccabees 7 and 26. Go back there, read that, okay?
The book of Maccabees, chapter 7 and verse 26. And it reads, Then the king sent Nicanor, one of his honorable princes, a man that bare deadly hate.
That what?
That bare deadly hate.
That bare deadly hate, come on.
Unto Israel.
Unto who?
Unto Israel.
Come on.
With commandments to destroy the people.
To destroy our people, man. To wipe us out. So this is an example of the Greeks hating us in the ancient time. And the Lord said it will be a perpetual hatred right, by Edom. All right, the Lord said they would have a everlasting hatred. So it wasn't just back then; it's still today. That's why you go to their door and you get shot, right? Or you rung the wrong bell, nigga. Well, I don't know. I'm just. And Esau loves a soft target. Okay? Like we was bringing out when we went to the pull-up. Okay? All right, so go from there to go to Esther chapter 7 and verse 6. Esther chapter 7 verse 6 in the Bible. So this man hates us, man. We just giving examples, and all the nations, right? All the nations hates Israel. Go to Esther chapter 7 and verse 6. When everybody have it, say Khan. Now we all know the story of Esther. That's where you get your feast day of Purim, right? When Haman, the Edomite back then, was coming up against Israel and wanted to destroy us, right? And Haman was what? A Macedonian, which later on in history became the Greeks, Edomites. All right, Esther 7, start at 5.
It's the book of Esther, chapter 7, verse 5. Then the king Ahasuerus answered and said unto Esther the queen.
Now this is when Esther, which was a Benjamite, went in unto the king of Persia to plead with him for her people, how this Edomite Haman wanted to destroy Israel. Y'all can read the story on your own, or you should know the story from Purim. Come on.
Who is he, and where is he, that durst presume in his heart to do so?
So, the king, Ahasuerus, Xerxes, was like, hey, who is this that want to destroy my great queen's people? Who is this man, right? Because what? The Lord used Esther as a beautiful Benjamite woman, right, to entice the king. He said, man, look, who is this, man? I'll take care of anybody for this woman, this beautiful Hebrew woman. Because we got the finest women.
Right.
God? Now prove that real quick. Go to Judith 10:19. Let's prove that. Judith 10 and 19. Here's we got the finest woman. We got the best anything. All right, that's why they mad. That's why they hate us. All right. Go to Judith 10 and 19.
This is the book of Judah, chapter 10 and verse 19. Everyone have it, say come. And they wondered at her beauty.
And they what?
And they wondered at her beauty.
So, when you read the story, y'all can read Judith on your own. Judith got dressed up, and she went before the heathen generals and kings and armies to entice them.
Yeah.
Right? And, you know what I'm saying? She got beautiful. Right? Go ahead.
And admired the children of Israel.
And they admired the children of Israel. They said they wondered at her beauty. Admired the children. Like, damn, what people she come from that got such fine women? All right? And Judith was a Simeonite. You know, y'all been to Washington Heights before. See those fine Dominican women, so-called Dominican women? Good? Right, go ahead.
And admired the children of Israel because of
they
her.
admired our whole nation because of this one woman. God damn, what people she come from. Right? She's gorgeous. Right, go ahead.
And everyone said to his neighbor, who would despise this people?
Listen, if they got women this fine, who could hate them and they got women this fine in their nation? Right? Come on.
That have among them such women.
That have among them such women. Damn. How can we hate these people and they women are so fair? If that's what they women look like, damn. Right? Go ahead.
Surely it is not good that one man of them be left.
So listen, we got to kill all these men off.
That's an inch right there.
Right? You know what I'm saying? God. And that's what's happening. Genocide, man. Right? What did Esau want to do? They want to destroy all the male children of our nation. Especially Jake, because Jake is the head. He figured, all right, if I destroy at least all the Judite men, I can control their women and the rest of the tribes. Right? And destroy their men at the same time. Because they go after the northern kingdom men too. The men of our nation are the target. Because they hate us. What is this brother talking about? I don't see that as racism. I don't see that as hatred. Right? Go ahead.
Surely it is not good that one man of them be left.
It's not good that one man of them be left. Come on.
Who being let go might deceive the whole earth.
Look, man, they can use their women alone to entice and seduce men and deceive the whole earth, man. They can just send their women out and get men all weak and soft and into their women, and then they come in with their armies and slaughter those men off because they done gave into the women. You know, even in the street, man, you know, Jake, unfortunately, They can use a pretty woman to set dudes up. I've seen it many times in the hood. There's dudes that use their own girl. You know what I'm saying? You'll go act like you want to get with that nigga. You know, tell him you want to go out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Set him up.
Tell that nigga you want to go out. Yeah, I seen dudes use their own girl.
Con.
Yo, you know that nigga like you, he want to get with you. Yo, just have that nigga here at this certain time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And dudes ended up in the grave, man.
Con.
I know stories of dudes getting robbed and killed from a chick setting them up. You tell them, yo, come, yo, come to my projects.
Yep.
Yo, 12 at night. My mom's ain't home. We can chill. You know what I'm saying? Just go to the train station and wait. Oh hell no.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Wear that nice jacket you wear. Oh hell no. You gonna have niggas at the train station waiting for me. Bring it out, bro.
Yeah, like the movie The Wash.
The Wash, yeah.
The Wash.
Okay.
Yeah.
They dressed up.
Yeah.
So
When,
do the mechanic
yeah,
stuff.
when what's his name?
What, Dr. Dre?
No, not Dr. Dre. The other one.
Snoop.
Snoop. Had the girl hanging over the car.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude came out.
Uh-huh.
Right, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, Jake do that amongst each other. So they was like, look, we gotta wipe out all the men of this nation because they can use their women to destroy whole nations.
Right.
Okay? So go back where you was at. Esther 7 and 6 now.
Con. Book of Esther, chapter 7 and verse 6. And it reads, and Esther said, the adversary and enemy is this wicked Haman.
The adversary and enemy is this wicked Haman. Right? Haman, which was an Edomite. So he said, what people want to completely destroy y'all as a nation? She said, the adversary and the enemy is this wicked Haman. Right? Come on.
Then Haman was afraid before the king and the queen.
Right, because his plot got discovered by the king. So now he's like, damn, my secret is known. I want to destroy all these Hebrews. Go from there, 1 Peter 5 and 8. 1 Peter 5 and 8 links up with Esther 7 and 6. Okay?
It's the book of 1 Peter, chapter 5 and verse 8. And everyone have it, say, con.
1 Peter 5 and 8 with Esther 7 and 6.
Con. Be sober. Be vigilant. Vigilant. Because your adversary, the devil.
Your who?
Your adversary, the devil.
So just like the spiritual demon Satan, what happened? Haman, the so-called white man Esau, he was being a devil in the flesh. All right, come on.
As a roaring lion.
As what?
As a roaring lion.
As a roaring lion. See, the Satan could be the lion too on the left-hand side. All right? He could be the king of the jungle in wickedness. All right, come on.
Walking about, seeking whom he may devour.
What the Lord say?
Walking about, seeking whom he may devour.
The Lord said, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Right? So what was Haman doing? All right? Haman was walking about, seeking to devour Israel. Okay? Right? Read it again, 1 Peter 5 and 8, Salakia.
Come, 1 Peter chapter 5 and 8. Be sober, be vigilant.
Go ahead.
Because your adversary, the devil.
Who?
Because your adversary, the devil.
Go ahead.
As a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Go back to Esther 7 and 6.
Come.
Esther chapter 7 and 6.
The book of Esther, chapter 7 and verse 6. And Esther said, the adversary and enemy is this wicked Haman.
Is who?
Is this wicked Haman.
It said the adversary and the enemy is this wicked Haman. Who's trying to come up against the children of Israel to destroy them? This wicked Haman. Right? Go ahead.
Then Haman was afraid before the king and the queen. And the king, arising from the banquet of wine in his wrath, went into the palace garden, and Haman stood up to make requests.
Oh, so that's it on that.
Okay,
so it's just let you know that the enemy was Haman. Right? Go ahead.
And the that's on it.
Oh yeah, that's it on that. Salakia. Go from there to Esther 9 and 1 now. Go to the book of Esther chapter 9 and verse 1. Read that.
This is the book of Esther chapter 9 and verse 1. But everybody have it say come. Now in the 12th month, that is the month of Adar, on the 13th day of the same, when the king's commandment and his decree drew near to be put in execution.
Good.
In the day that the enemies of the Jews...
The what?
In the day that the enemies of the Jews...
The enemies of the Jews. Now, it wasn't just Haman. It was, when you read the story, it was all the nations that came together to destroy Israel. Haman and the Edomites was just leading the charge, but it was all the nations. Right? Go ahead.
In the day that the enemies of the Jews hoped to have power over them.
Hope to what?
Hope to have power over them.
Go ahead.
Though it was turned to the contrary, that the Jews had rule over them that hated them.
That what?
That hated them.
They have rule over them that hated them, because the nations hated us. Jump down to 19.
Verse 19. Therefore, the Jews of the villages that dwelt in the unwalled towns made the 14th day of the month of Adar a day of gladness and feasting, and a good day, and of sending portions one to another.
Go ahead.
And Mordecai wrote these things and sent letters unto all the Jews that were in all the provinces of the king Ahasuerus, both near and far, to establish his among them, and that they should keep the 14th day of the month of Adar, and the 15th day of the same yearly.
Go ahead.
And as the days were in, the Jews rested from their enemies.
Rested from whom?
Rested from their enemies.
Come on.
And the month which was turned unto them from sorrow to joy.
Come on.
And from mourning into a good day, that they should make them days of feasting and joy, and of sending portions one to another, and gifts to the poor. And the Jews undertook to do as they had begun, as Mordecai had written unto them, because Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, the enemies of all the Jews, had advised against the Jews to destroy them, and had cast pur, that is, the lot, to consume them and to destroy them.
Right.
But when Esther came before the king, he commanded by letters that his wicked device, which he devised against the Jews, should return upon his own head.
Right, so it said it should return upon their own head. But what is it? They're saying that they are our enemies. All right? Go ahead.
And that he and his sons should be hanged on the gallows. Wherefore they call these days Purim, after the name of Pur. Therefore, for all the words of this letter, and of that which they had seen concerning these matters, and which had come unto them, the Jews ordained and took upon them, and upon their seed.
That's it on that. So just letting you know that what? Even during the time of Esther, what happened? Esau hated us. Right, go back to Esther 7:6 one more time. Esther 7:6 one more time.
The book of Esther, chapter 7 and verse 6. And Esther said, the adversary and enemy of this wicked Haman. Then Haman was afraid before
it said this adversary and this enemy is wicked Haman. Go back to 1 Peter 5 and 8 again.
Come on. 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8.
Go ahead.
Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil.
Your adversary the devil, Satan the devil, because the word Satan means adversary. All right? This is it right here in the blue letter. It says Shaitan. All right?
Strong's H7854. Satan.
Satan. Satan, all right? Or Shaitan, right? It's really Shah. All right, it's a Shah, Ta, and a Na. All right, Shaitan. It means what? Adversary. One who withstands. Adversary in general, personal or national. Superhuman adversary, Satan, as noun pronounced. Right, so read that again.
1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil.
Right, so really that scripture could say because Satan the devil, your adversary, come on.
As a roaring lion.
As a roaring lion, go ahead.
Walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Seeking whom he may devour. Go ahead.
Whom resist steadfast
Whom you resist steadfast. Come on.
in the faith.
In the what?
In the faith.
How do you resist Satan?
In the faith.
By staying in the faith.
God.
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 Right, so what happened during the time of Haman and when they want to destroy us? We stood for the faith. We stood for Yahweh B'Shem Mashiach Yahushua, and we withstood the adversary or the devil, which is Satan, that hated us and was our enemy.
Come.
The nations hate us forever, man. Right, and they all hate us. Read Psalms 83. That's your homework. Right, Psalms 83, all the nations are, it names all, it gives a list of all the nations. Right, go to Obadiah 15.
Come.
No, we don't have to get it. Just, that's homework. Psalms 83. Right, it gives you a list of all the nations. Go to Obadiah 15.
Come. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 15. And it reads, For the day of the Most High is near upon all the heathen.
Now, why is the day of the Lord near upon all the heathen? Right, because all of them have been enemies against Israel and destroyed us. Right, come on.
As thou hast done.
As thou hast done, go ahead.
It shall be done unto thee.
Yep, it should be done unto thee. Go ahead.
Thy reward shall return upon thy own head.
What did the Lord say?
Thy reward shall return upon thy own
The
head.
reward of the heathen is going to return upon their own head because they hated and destroyed Israel. Go ahead.
For as he have drunk upon my holy mountain,
Come on.
so shall all the heathen drink continually.
Go ahead.
Yea, they shall drink and they shall swallow
And the
down.
Lord said, all the heathen shall drink continually because as you have done to Israel, so is going to be done to you. Come on.
And they shall be as though as they had not been.
And the heathen going to be as though they had not been. Because why? The Most High judgment going to be upon them. Right? Come on.
But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
The Lord said we're going to possess their possessions. But you can drop that. Go back to Deuteronomy 7 and 3. Deuteronomy 7 start at 1. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 1. These nations hate us, man. They're not our friends. God?
Yeah,
Come.
I don't know what this brother talking about. I don't look at that as racism. I don't look at that as hatred, right?
Hello.
What planet you on, brother? Right?
The brother was not sober.
Right. It's not sober, right? Go ahead.
Oh, vigilant.
Right.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 1. When everybody have to say, Con.
Come.
When the Most High thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites.
These are all different Hamite nations. But they're really all one nation.
Mm-hmm.
They're really all one nation. Like, sometimes I tease brothers, I say, we got a chart with 18 nations, but a lot of 7 of the nations that's mentioned on there is all Ham. Right? So it's really, I think, 12 nations. All right? But the Most High called them nations here, right? Go ahead. But it's really just Ham. They're all Hamites. They just call by different names. They're different nations of Hamites. Right? Go ahead.
And the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations, greater and mightier than thou.
See, the Most High called them nations then, but those were different Hamite tribes. Right? They were all Hamites. Right? Come on.
And when the Most High thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them.
Thou shalt what?
Thou shalt smite them.
Come on.
And utterly destroy them.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt make no covenant with
The
them,
Lord said don't make no covenant with them. Come on.
nor show mercy unto them.
Go ahead.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
What the Lord say?
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Go ahead.
Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his sons,
Come on.
nor his daughters shalt thou take unto thy sons. For they will turn away thy sons from following me.
And see, the feeling is mutual. We're supposed to hate these nations too. They hate us, but we're supposed to hate them too because the Most High hate them. Right? Go ahead.
For they will turn away thy sons from following me,
Come on.
that they may serve other gods.
Right? The Lord. That's what the Lord said. Stay away from the other nations because I didn't create them for me to be their power. I'm going to be their power because all nations going to bow down to who? My people. Right? Go ahead.
So will the anger of the Most High be kindled against you,
Go ahead.
and destroy these
And
sudden,
what?
and destroy these suddenly.
And destroy you suddenly because these are not our people. They hate us and the Most High hate them. So that's what we got to understand according to these scriptures. That the nations hate us. And they're going to continue to hate us. Right? And the Most High hate them. Go to Revelation 11.
Come.
Go to Revelation 11. The feeling is mutual, heathens. Right? Go ahead.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse Slaki. Revelation chapter 11 and verse 1. Everybody have it? Say come. And there was given me a reed like unto a rod. And the angel stood, saying, Rise and measure the temple of God, and the altar, and them that worship therein. But the court which is without the temple leave out, and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles.
It's given to the Gentiles. The Lord said, leave them out. That's another reason why they hate us, because what? They're not the chosen. They're jealous of us. They're envious. They said, why we got to be left out? Because the Lord didn't choose y'all.
Right.
Right, go ahead.
And the holy city shall they tread underfoot 42 months.
Right, they will have control of the land of Israel, the so-called white Jews. They let everybody come over there as a Jew. Right, the Ethiopians, all these other nations. But they only treat the so-called white Jews the best. Right, even the other nations over there, they don't get the same treatment like Amalek. But they treat Israel the worst. All the brothers from Ben Ami Carter and them, they put them out in Dimona near some damn nuclear waste somewhere. Right, and for years they gave them residency but not citizenship. Is a difference. All right, and when they did, a lot of times what happened is they say y'all can fight in our wars and in our armies, but that's it. Right, go ahead.
And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses,
Judah and Israel, go ahead.
and they shall prophesy 1,260 days.
So that's going into us prophesying and the Most High giving us the power. But the Lord said the court that is without, measure it not, because it's given to the Gentiles. So that's another reason why you're not accepted as the Lord's chosen people. So that's why they hate us also. Go to Revelation 21 and 1. And when you go to the end of this Bible, who is it for? Israel. So yeah, the nations hate us, man. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? All of them. They all hate us. All right, read that, King.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 1. Everybody have it? Say come. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth.
So John saw a new heaven and a new earth. Go ahead.
For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
This realm is going to be destroyed. This realm, this rulership is going to be destroyed. Go ahead.
And there was no more sea.
Go ahead.
And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride for her husband.
Go ahead.
And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men.
Come on.
And he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people.
Now, which men is the Most High going to dwell with? Jump down to 11. Revelation 21:11.
Come. Verse 11. Having the glory of God, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high.
A wall great and high. Go ahead.
And had 12 gates.
12 gates. Go ahead.
And at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
Of what?
Of the children of Israel.
It said 12 tribes of the children of Israel. So the kingdom is for us. And Esau, his scholars that know the Bible and different things, they know it's for us. So that's where the hatred comes from also. But don't get it twisted. The nations hate us. You see the way they treat us, man. All right, so I know on the Feast of Simon, we was going into this little book. Everybody know this book, the Willie Lynch Letter and How to Make a Slave. So, and towards the end of the book, they got something, right? This is a modern day version of the Willie Lynch Letter that was printed. And this was anonymously put on the internet I think it was back in the early 90s. They said he was either from a Klan group or a white supremacist group, or either it could have been a black conscious group speaking as if they're the enemy to wake our people up. This is how they think about us. But the author kind of remains anonymous. But what they're saying in the writing is true. I remember when I was just first listening to the brothers from One West, Back in like 92, 93, they was bringing this article out. Right? But there's a discrepancy about who the author is, but the wording is true. So remember, we read verse 25 last week. I said I'm going to go through it piece by piece. So today we're going to read, this is the yellow, y'all know the yellow version of Willie Lynch Letter, How to Make a Slave. I had this book for years. It's got wear and tear, but this was a newer version that came out, I believe, in the late 90s.
Okay.
All right, and right in this, the Willie Lynch Letter, they went to the Willie Lynch Letter, then they brought it modern, right, and they put this article in there here that was anonymously placed on the internet back in the early 90s about how all the other nations feel about so-called Black Americans, which is the tribe of Judah, and all the tribes, right? So we're going to pick up where we left off at from Sunday night when we was going to Judas Maccabees. All right, this is page 26. We're going to pick up from right here where it says your bravery. All right, I'm going to have Aisha read from there, all right? Because we read the other part. Y'all go back to the Feast of Simon Maccabee's video, and we read the first part on there. We're going to read the second part now. It goes from page 25 all the way up to page 29. So we'll give y'all a piece at a time because it's long and there's a lot in here. So start from your bravery.
Come.
All right. Your bravery on the battlefield right here.
Oh, come.
So this is basically put out by an anonymous author. It could have been a damn Klansman, a white supremacist, a neo-Nazi, or it could have been a so-called black conscious group trying to show our people how all the other nations feel about us. All right. It says Black Americans, but this basically is dealing with Israel. Right? Read that, King.
Come. Your bravery on the battlefield, despite being classified as 3/5 of a man.
See that? Despite being classified as 3/5 of a man, remember they had the Million Man March back in '95, and the racist Edomites was like, well, no, it was more like 600,000, because the niggas are 3/5 of a man, so even if it was a million niggas out there, it really only counts for 600,000, because they're 3/5 of a man. Right? Hold that. Go to Deuteronomy 10:19.
How many many ticks do we want?
Right.
Some joke they came up with like that. They said, no, it's more like 600,000 because the niggas are 3/5 of a man.
Right.
They're not a whole man.
Right.
So if it was a million of them, it was only whatever the ratio was, man. I'm not trying to go through all that damn math. But y'all know, y'all get the, that's what the racist Edomites was saying. Right?
It was a million, still a small portion.
Right, Kai. Right?
Deuteronomy 10 and 19.
No, Salakia. Let me see what I want. Hold that thought.
Yeah, come.
Deuteronomy 32, I believe it is. Deuteronomy 32. Let me see if that's what I want. Deuteronomy 32. Yeah, Deuteronomy 32 and start at 21. Get right to the point.
All right.
Right?
There's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 21. Everybody have it? Say, come. Come. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High.
So the Most High he said, Israel, you moved me to jealousy by that which was not the Most High, by serving other gods. Right? Go ahead.
They have provoked me to anger with their vanities.
They provoked the Most High to anger with their vanities, with their worthless worshiping of other gods. When we came out of Egypt, we made a golden calf. The Most High said, what? You want the gods of the other nations? Watch what I'm going to do to y'all. Go ahead.
And I will move them to jealousy.
The Lord said, I'm going to move you to jealousy. Come on.
With those which are not a people.
Those are not a people. I'm going to take the so-called white man in these other nations and have the world thinking that they're the real Jews. Right, Kai? Right, go ahead.
I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation.
What did the Lord say?
I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation.
Now, remember Kanye West? Kanye was like, I'm jealous the way that they love each other. I'm jealous the way they get it. He was talking about the so-called white Jews in the other nations. He was like, I'm jealous of them. And that's what the Most High said right here. So, Who's really the 3/5 of a man or no people is Esau and the other nations. But they said, look, we 3/5 of a man. You niggas have a 1,000,000-man march. There's really only 600,000 of y'all. He reversed it, right? Good.
For a fire is kindled in my anger.
Go from there to 2nd Ezra 1, and we're going to start at 29. Now, some brothers, some Israel, they link this up with Romans 10:19, and they say it's talking about scattered Israelites. To me, that doesn't make sense. Right? How would the Most High provoke us to jealousy with our own people? That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Now, some brothers believe that, and you got your breakdown, that's fine. I'm not here to really debate. I'm solid in what I understand. But that really don't make sense to me. Why would the Most High provoke us to jealousy with our own people? You understand? But that's for another topic. That's Romans 9, 10, and 11. We can get into that another time. All right, go ahead, read that, King.
Second Ezra chapter 1 and verse 29. When everyone have it, say, come. That ye will be my people, and I shall be your God. That he will be my children, and I shall be your father.
Go ahead.
I gather you together as a hen gathereth her chickens under her wings. But now, what shall I do unto you? I will cast you out from my face.
Go ahead.
When ye offer unto me, I will turn my face from you for your solemn feast days.
Jump up to 24.
Come, verse 24. What shall I do unto thee, O Jacob?
What should I do unto thee, O Jacob? Come on.
Thou Judah, wouldest not obey me?
Come on.
I will turn me to other nations.
I will do what?
I will turn me to other nations.
Come on.
And unto those will I give my name.
Come on.
That they may keep my statutes.
Now listen, the Lord said, I'm going to turn to other nations, and they going to keep my statutes. They going to live as if they're my people.
Right.
That's hence the provoking to jealousy by a no people. Who's more than a no people than damn Esau? Right? Like I said, you know, some brothers have a different understanding, but that just don't make sense to me. All right, Khan?
Khan.
Right, go back to where it says your bravery.
Khan. Your bravery on the battlefield, despite being classified as 3/5 of a man, was and still is outstanding.
Right, and Esau trying to say we come from monkeys when he has the rhesus DNA that come from the monkeys. That's why my brother shared an article with me today. Let me see if I can pull it up. Brother shared this article on Instagram today. Let me see if I can pull it up. Check this out. All right, now I'm going to do more research on it, but this brother shared this article today. And let me see. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, damn, I should have saved it. Speak for a minute, let me find it.
Yeah, Khan, all praise to the Most High. Hashem, Shai. All right, celebrating this feast day. All right, the new moon. All right, brothers and sisters.
For man, that's
It's a great day. You know what I'm saying? We all here in the spirit. You know, giving all praise to Yahweh, Shai. All right, celebrating these feast days, celebrating these new moons. You know, getting in the spirit. You know, all praises to HOI throughout all the four corners of the earth, from state to state, keeping this new moon, keeping these feast days. Let's everyone stay in the spirit and keep maintaining the righteousness for our Heavenly Father and our chief leader, Yahweh Bashem Mashiach Shai. Alright? So we gotta keep maintaining the spirit of righteousness, brothers and sisters.
Correct. Keeping these commandments.
Keeping these law, statutes,
Law,
commandments.
statutes, and commandments.
Continuously, right?
Continuously unto
Keep
Yahweh,
them going.
Shai.
Yeah. So they
Right.
return to Yahweh returns back. Alright?
Right, yeah, a brother sent me this on Facebook earlier, right? And I'm gonna read it. It says, let me show it real quick. All right, but I'm gonna read it. It says, do you know that whenever a black woman becomes impregnated by a white man, her doctor has to give her a Rogan injection to prevent her body from trying to naturally abort it? Do you know that whenever a black woman becomes impregnated by a white man, her doctor has to give her a Rogan injection to prevent her body from trying to naturally abort it? If her doctor failed to do so, it's medical malpractice. This is because of This is because of the Caucasians' rhesus monkey factor secret. Had it not been for this fact, there would have been more mixed babies born during slavery. Dr. Robert Safar, a Caucasian anthropologist and author of Species with Amnesia, Our Forgotten History, writes, if we're of one of human family, why then does Rh negative African mother, carrying a Rh positive Caucasian child tries to reject her own offspring? Humanity isn't one race, but many races. Check that out, right? This is all from Dr. Robert Safar from the book Species with Amnesia, Our Forgotten History. Check that out, right? So they got to give, I'm going to do more research into this. I just don't want to go with one source, all right? But more likely than not, Esau and his goddamn recessive rhesus monkey genes, right? She got to get a damn shot to be able to keep the baby. Because her body naturally rejects the so-called white man's sperm and DNA because he's not supposed to be in you. Right, but yet, no, they ain't racist. We all one people. Love whoever you want to love. Right? Yeah. They have the rhesus monkey DNA, but they try to say we come from monkeys and apes. All right? Shemaiah said something. The purpose of the program shot is to prevent problems that occur due to the baby's positive blood type. It helps prevent the body from developing Rh antibodies. Antibodies are proteins that our immune system makes to fight against foreign substances. All right, but like I said, you know, I'm not just gonna go with this one brother's article. I'll do more research. But they're saying basically that's why it was not more Judite women during slavery having Edomite babies, because their bodies was rejecting them. By you damn devils, though. You nasty ass devils don't belong up in our women. Right? Bring it out.
Look how they disguise the book, Elder. Look how they disguise the book. Like a jig see this book, he's not gonna buy it.
Yeah. Species with Amnesia, Our Forgotten History. Robert Safar. Yeah, Jake ain't gonna buy that. That's the book right there. Baruch just pulled it up. That's the book right there. Jake ain't gonna buy that. Jake, what the hell is that?
He's looking confused.
Me, I might look at it like, yo, that's some new age bugged out stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good. All right, but go ahead. Reading that Willie Lynch book.
Yeah,
right? If anybody need this, I'll share it with y'all. But Baruch just pulled up the book. Go ahead.
Was and still is outstanding. We often watched in awe as you went about your prescribed course and assignments, sometimes laboring in the hot sun for 12 hours to assist in realizing our dreams of wealth and good fortune.
Of what?
Our dreams of wealth and good fortune.
Let's see that? It says sometimes we worked 12 hours in the sweat for our enemies with no resistance. Remember the movie Django when Leonardo DiCaprio, he said, I watched this slave cut my father's beard for 50 years straight, 30 years straight, something like that. And he said, I wondered, why did he never cut my father's neck? Because why? Even the devil said that. Because why? Our people were willing. So we read it on Sunday. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Jeremiah 2:11. Why is he spoiled? Because what that fear Esau put from this, from the Willie Lynch letter, he put that fear in the slaves. All right, he put that fear in the so like my notes came out from like 15 years ago. But I had notes in here. This book is old. Right? He put that fear in the slaves so they didn't resist. And that was all part of the Most High cursing us. The Most High said, how could one chase 1,000? Because he took our bravery away from us. So that's why we worked for them in the hot sun, damn it, until we dropped dead, and we didn't fight back, we didn't resist. That was a curse for the Most High. Right, come on.
Now that we control at least 90% of all of the resources and wealth of this nation.
Yes, they brought it out. The so-called African American, the Negro, the Judite, owns less than half of 1% of the American economy. Right? And these were black economists that brought this out. Look, just tell a nigga he ain't got nothing. Damn.
Right.
Less than half of 1%? Just say, nigga, you ain't got nothing. You don't own nothing in this society. Right?
It's a damn shame.
Go to the classic, Deuteronomy. No, we gonna hold that. Keep reading.
All right. Reading on. We have black people to thank the most. We can only think of the sacrifices you and your families made to make it all possible.
See that y'all went all out of the way to make sure y'all don't support each other and make our businesses rich. Right? Come on.
You were there when it all began, and you are still with us today, protecting us from those black people who have the temerity to
that means audacity. Right? Temerity is another word for audacity. Right, good.
Temerity to speak out against our past transgressions.
Right, which is what? Is the sellout Negroes. Proverbs 17:15. Let's get it. Proverbs 17:15. Right, it says, you were there when it all began, and you are still with us today, protecting us from those black people who have the temerity or the audacity to speak out. How dare you talk about masters? That's the coolest that we get every time we out there teaching. You gonna get us all killed, brother, talking like that. We literally had a Negro from South Carolina tell us that. When Dylan Roof, that was the one that went to church. No. What was the one that went to church in South Carolina and shot all those people? I forgot. Somebody put the name up. The dude that shot all the people in South Carolina. The brother came, he was from that town in South Carolina. And you know, all the conspiracy theory and all that stuff was going on like it was the brother said no, it was a real shooting. He knows some of the people that got killed. They had real funerals with real bodies because you know the conspiracy theorists come out and say a lot of times the shootings are fake. And sometimes they do be, but this brother was from South Carolina. He came to the camp in Times Square and he said, no, that shooting really happened. That shooting at the church in South Carolina. Y'all got it? Dylan Roof was Columbine. That was Columbine. What was his name? That devil. I gotta forget that devil's name. Right? I forgot it because I ain't able to kill him. What's his name? The church shooting in South Carolina. It was Dylan Roof? Yeah, it was Dylan Roof. I thought Dylan Roof was Columbine. No, Dylan Klebo was Columbine. Dylan Klebo was Columbine. I'm getting it confused. All right, I'm getting it confused. It was Dylan Roof. It was Dylan Roof in South Carolina. Yeah, it was. Now, when that devil killed those people at that church, right, in South Carolina, right, this brother came to the camp. Yeah, that's him, Dylan Roof, yeah. That's what I see his face now. Damn devil. Yeah. Dylan Storm Roof, born April 3rd, 1994, is an American white supremacist, neo-Nazi, and mass murderer convicted of perpetrating the Charleston, South Carolina church massacre. Yeah, that's him, Dylan Roof. I'm mixing them with them Columbine nutcases back in 1999.
Yeah.
That was Dylan Klebo. Dylan, tomato, potato. I don't know. Dylan Roof. When that devil shot those people, there was a brother. Big, dark brother. Dark like your Hawashai. This nigga was midnight black. Real dark brother. Right? Big brother too. Looked like he worked out. This brother came up to the camp in Times Square. Now I see y'all talking like that gonna get all of us in trouble, brother. Come on now. That's the Negro that's loyal, that speaks out against those that have the temerity or the audacity to speak against master. See, he was shook by Dylan Roof because we said, brother, was that a conspiracy? Now, according to the brother, he said, yes, it really happened. I know some of the family members of those that were killed. They had real funerals and everything. Those people are dead by that white supremacist, right? And they show you a hint of that in the movie. Watch the movie The First Purge. They show you white supremacists going up in the church in Staten Island and killing innocent blacks and Latinos. that was Dylan Roof, art imitating life in the movie The First Purge. Right now, right here it says, read that again. That point here.
You were there when it all began, and you are still with us today.
Yeah, you got some of our people that they was loyal from slavery. I ain't going against nothing that masters told me. Right? Come on.
Protected us from those black people who have the temerity to speak out against our past transgressions.
See, Esau said, look, I ain't gotta say nothing. I got a buffer in front of me. I got a bulletproof vest in front of me with your own people. They gonna protect me more than anything. All right, give me Proverbs 17:15. You sell out Negroes. Let's get a couple of scriptures on that.
Especially the women.
Yeah.
But especially the women, yeah, right? And some of these big cool men. That brother said, come on now. I thought I was bugging, man, because sometimes we make fun of our people, and then the Most High will manifest a Negro actually saying what we was making fun of.
Right.
You gonna get us hurt talking about the white man like that. I think now Allah might still have the video saying it was on Awaken Israel, the old channel. All right, big Papa, and the brother was cool. We was dialoguing with him. He was taking heed to some stuff, but he just kept saying, but the way y'all talking, man. He said, you know, a lot of what y'all saying, the brother was cool, don't get me wrong. He was in order, he wasn't, disrespectful, he wasn't trying to throw his weight around, he was big dark Negro too. So man, brother, you need to be over here with a garment on. We can use you on the front line, man. You just standing here alone would intimidate people.
Was he from South Carolina?
He was from Charleston. He was from where the shooting happened.
Probably that's how they operate down there.
Yeah. He was shook by that shooting. She said, y'all talking like this, you're going to make the white man come against us more, though, brother. I said, brother, you too big and dark like your house shot to be all scary, man. Big black nigga. I'm going to just say it.
Right.
You know, I'm not mocking about big black Negro, man. You know what I'm saying? Big Michael Clark Duncan looking Negro, man. And all shaky and scary.
Coffee.
Right? Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 17 and verse 15. Would everyone have to say, Khan?
Go ahead.
He that justifieth the wicked.
He that justifieth the wicked. Go ahead.
And he that condemneth the just.
You speak out against the blacks that got the temerity, the audacity to speak against master. Read it again.
He that justifieth the wicked.
You justify the wicked. Come on.
And he that condemneth the just.
And you condemn the just. Go ahead.
Even they both are abominations to the Most High.
Even they both are an abomination to the Lord, man. You're a sellout, right? Go from there to Isaiah 5 and 20. Get Isaiah 5 and 20.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and verse 20. When everyone have it, say, Khan. Khan. Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil, that put darkness for light,
Go ahead.
and light for darkness.
What the Lord say?
That put lightness for dark, that put darkness for light, and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter.
Read it again from the top.
Come. Woe unto them that call evil good.
That call evil good. Go ahead.
And good evil.
Don't be talking about, don't you say nothing, man. Just take it. You can't beat them, join them. Like in the movie Malcolm X, right? Mr. Cooper's good white folk.
Right.
Boy, you gonna get I got a wife and 6 kids.
Right.
But Malcolm couldn't hold it. I gotta speak out against this devil. He's like a taskmaster. He's like a modern day slave master. Working these trays, selling sandwiches and cakes and stuff, man. A damn slave for these devils. Right, go ahead.
Woe unto them that call evil good.
Come on.
And good evil. That put darkness for light, and light for darkness.
Wait a minute, man. You going to justify what they do? You going to come against us because we speaking out against the enemy and his past transgressions and what he did to us? When the Most High said he going to remember his sins? Right, go ahead.
That put darkness for light,
Come on.
and light for darkness.
They put darkness for light and light for darkness. Go ahead.
That put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter.
Come on.
Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes.
Right, they're wise in their own eyes. No. Come on, don't fight, man. Let's just go along with them and get along now. Right? They're wise in their own eyes. They don't have the spirit to say no. Freedom or death, man. Stand up against this enemy, this devil. And the Lord will fight for us. Right? Go ahead.
Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes, and prudent in their own sight.
And they're what?
And prudent in their own sight.
The Lord said they're prudent in their own sight. That's it on that. Drop that. Continue reading on in the book.
Con. Thank you for continuing to bring 95% of what you earn to our businesses.
Thank you for bringing 95% of what you earn to our businesses. Read on.
Thank you for buying our Hill figures.
Thank you for buying Hill, nigga. Right? Remember that movie Bamboozle?
Bamboozle.
When Spike Lee said, Hill, nigga. Timmy, Hill, nigga.
Oh, man.
Right? Go ahead. Karen's, Donna Karen's. To this day, I still don't know who the hell Donna Karen is. Right? Go ahead.
Karen's.
Right? Nikes. All right. Go ahead.
And all the other brands you adore.
Of all the other brands you so adore.
Yeah,
now, me personally, I'm not really against name brand. If you want to wear name brand, wear name brand. But if I got a choice between a pair of Aisha Yar sneakers and Nikes, I'm gonna support my brother. It's just a no-brainer. Okay. Now go to real quick. I'm not really against name brand because sometimes name brand is better quality. Especially if you take care of it and you don't wear it a lot. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I would if I had some Joshua ACGs as opposed to Nike ACGs with the same quality, I'm gonna support my brother. And it's just a no-brainer. Okay? Now the ACGs is a comfortable goddamn boot. But if my brother made them, it's a no-brainer. Right? But it's really no law against name brand. And like I said, honestly, a lot of times name brand is better quality. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you take care of it. But go to Cyrac. Let me see what I want. Say something for a minute. Let me find what I want.
Yeah, all praises. Give them the spirit, everyone. All right, getting these precepts, getting this edification. The elder bringing it out. All right, for this new moon.
Find that one for me, Baruch. Do good to yourself and give the Lord His portion. Is in the Apocrypha. Right?
Yeah. So, we got to get these precepts.
I got it. 14:11. Sirach 14:11. Salakia, read that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 14 and verse 11. Everyone have it, say Khan.
All right, go ahead.
Ecclesiastes, chapter 14 and verse 11. My son, according to thy ability to do good to thyself, and give the Lord his due offering.
And what?
And give the Lord his due offering.
It said, my son, according to thy ability, do good to thyself and give the Lord his due offering. Meaning, is nothing wrong with a particular name brand or something you want to get for yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. But, if your people got it,
support Hebrew businesses.
Support Hebrew businesses. Right, go ahead.
Remember that death will not be long in coming, and that the covenant of the grave is not shown unto thee.
Meaning what? Enjoy life while you're here. It said, according to thy ability, do good to thyself and give the Lord his due portion. Right, go ahead.
Do good unto thy friend before thou die, and according to thy ability.
But okay, that's it on that. Okay. So basically, there's nothing wrong, with any particular name brand or buying something nice or whatever. We live in this kingdom. The Lord said, use this world, but don't abuse it, because the fashion of this world soon pass away. So there's nothing wrong with that, but support Hebrew business. God, love thy neighbor as thyself. Read on that. Baruch, God, bring it up.
Jake will hear the verse 12, elder. They'd be like, look, man, it's not I give the Lord his due, his portion. Now I could be in a strip club.
Because I'm doing good to myself. Right?
Yeah, man. Jake is
funny.
Right? Yeah. Right? Go ahead.
God. Yeah. Your super rich athletes, entertainers, intellectuals, and business persons, both legal and illegal, exchange most of their money for our cars.
For what?
For our cars, jewelry, homes, and clothing.
Go ahead.
What a windfall they have provided for us.
What a what?
What a windfall that they provided for us.
So it said, your super rich athletes, entertainers, intellectuals, and business persons, both legal, illegal, exchange most of their money for our cars, jewelry, homes, and clothing. What a windfall they have provided us. They made it. They're the rich of your people, but they made us super rich.
Right.
Deuteronomy 28:43.
Come.
Deuteronomy 28 and 43.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 43. Everyone have it, say Khan.
Khan?
Khan. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. Go ahead.
And thou shalt come down very low.
What the Lord say?
And thou shalt come down very low.
But you're going to come down very low.
Khan.
The stranger that is within you will get up above you very high, but you're going to come down very low. Go ahead.
Read it on. Read it on. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
So read on that, the less fortunate.
The less fortunate among you spend all they have at our neighborhood store.
So it said now the rich of you, they spend it on our fancy cars, jewelry, name brands. But the poor of you, they spend it at our local stores. We control everything. All right, go ahead. We get all y'all money on all levels. Right, go ahead.
Enabling us to open even more stores.
To do what?
To even open up more stores.
Come on.
Sure, they complain about us, but they never do anything to hurt us economically.
Don't do a damn thing about hurting us economically.
Right.
They keep supporting us.
Real.
Right, go to Revelation 13:16.
It's like today's life, man.
Yup. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 16. When everyone have it, say Khan. Khan. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor.
He what?
And he causeth all, both small and great.
Come on.
Rich and poor.
No matter what social status you want. We just read it. Your super rich athletes and your poor in your hoods and your neighborhoods. They all support, they all up under our system. Now this is going to the mark of the beast, but I'm gonna bring out why I'm bringing this point out. Go ahead.
Free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Now we know there's a debate that the mark of the beast is the microchip. But here at HOI, we teach more so that it's a spiritual thing. The mark of the beast is going to be part of Esau's New World Order and agenda system. The microchip is going to be part of their new system, but right now there's chips already out there circulating. So it's more so a mind frame. So when you look at it, no matter what social status our people are on, they all up under Esau's mind frame in his system. Right? They all accept his system, no matter what social status they on. The rich or the poor. Esau said they all up under my influence. So we know brothers going to the microchip, whatever, that's for another, we can go into the so-called mark of the beast or microchip, how does that? But the mark is more so spiritual, if anything. No matter what social status you're on, you are in favor of Esau's system. Right? Go ahead.
Reading on. And that
It's not like the poor say, well, the hell with this devil, man. Let's circulate the money amongst ourselves so we can build an economy. No. They get their money to Esau also. It's not like the rich say, well, let's take our riches and build for ourselves and, take away from this devil's economy and build for us. No, they don't do that. Right, go ahead.
and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Now, of course, brothers say you're not going to be able to buy or sell unless you have this chip. You have the chip, right? But when you look at it spiritually, what does that mean? The buying and selling is more so you're not going to be able to live on a certain financial and social status in a society unless you cater to Esau's philosophies and doctrines and accept his nonsense. That's what it's going into. You're going to have to suffer like everybody else. That's what it's talking about, right? But, we'll say that for another breakdown concerning the chip. and the mark and all that. The mark is more so in the mind, though. It's more so spiritual. The forehead represents the mind, and the right hand represents your works and your actions. But that's for another breakdown. We'll deal with the MOB at another time. Go ahead. But I'm just showing you how even Esau, no matter what social status you on, you're still catering to his system. Right? Whether the poor or rich, you're still catering to Esau's system. Our people still look to this devil and give him all their money and riches and finances and follow his ways and want to serve him. No matter what social status you want. Right? Go ahead.
Here is wisdom.
That's it on that. Just go to the next paragraph. Allow us on in the book.
Oh, right. Allow.
So it said you never do nothing to hurt them economically. You don't boycott. If you do boycott, it goes nowhere. But if you do stand up against Esau's system, and nothing happens. All right, go ahead.
Allow us to thank you for not bogging yourself down with the business of doing business with your own people.
Thank you. You don't even bother doing business with your own people, right? We thank you for that. Y'all don't even try to support each other. Go ahead. Right? Go ahead.
We can take care of that for you.
We can take care of that for you. Come over here and give us your money. Don't bother supporting each other, right? The word bog. Bog means be or become stuck. No, we don't want that. Oh. Be prevented from making progress in a task or activity.
Wow.
Right? Read that again.
Hindering,
right? Or allow us to thank you. Yeah.
Allow us to thank you for not bogging yourself down.
Don't bog yourself down. Don't try to make no advancement. It says, be prevented from making progress in a task or activity. Right? Don't bother with trying to make no progress. Don't bog yourself down. Right? Go ahead.
Allow us to thank you for not bogging yourselves down with the business of doing business with your own people.
Go ahead.
We can take care of that for you.
We can take care of that for you. Come bring all your money to us. Right, go to Deuteronomy 28:17. This is all in the curses, man. Right. The nations hate us. And this so-called anonymous letter was put out, and it was sincerely all other Americans, meaning all other ethnic groups, all other nations. Because they hate us. Thank you, Negro, for bringing all your money to us. Thank you, all tribes, for giving all your resources to us. Now, some of the tribes are a little bit, Judah's goddamn so finished. Some of the other tribes, they might stick together a little bit more, but Esau got them too. Right. And if they do stick together, they still kiss up to the white man.
They still cut.
Right? They still cut through and they still kiss up to the white man. Yeah. Right? Come on.
Deuteronomy 28:17. Cursed shall be thy basket.
Cursed shall be your basket, your savings. Go ahead.
And thy store.
And thy store. That's your curse right there. They saying your curse right there. Right. Don't bother doing business with your own stuff. Don't bother. You know how many businesses, Israelite businesses, I've seen fail over the years due to non-support from their own people? One of the number one things is jealousy. A Negro rather give his money to a white man, an Arab, or a Chinaman rather than see your business succeed. Because of the jealousy and the envy and the hate. I can't see one of my people make it up. You dummy, he can make it up and pull you up. If his business becomes successful, maybe he can open another one and hire you. Then from you working there, you can build up. He open another branch and let you run that one, become the manager, or eventually you get your own branch. But you don't look at it that way. The old cliche, crabs in the barrel. Don't worry about doing businesses with yourself. We'll do it for you. Right, read 28:17 again.
Deuteronomy 28:17. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body.
The Lord said, cursed shall be your basket and your store. Your basket represents your savings. You know, like you have a basket, you put different things in there, whatever. Your basket is like symbolic to your savings. Your store is symbolic to your businesses. All right, they're cursed. Right, come on. That's it on that. Go to Baruch 3:8 now. Baruch chapter 3 and verse 8. You see that? The way the nations look at us is biblical prophecy. Right? But no, they don't hate us. They don't hate us. Right? This is food for thought. All right? Whether put out by white supremacists, black conscious group, it rings true and it's biblical. Everything that's being said in this article that was printed back in the 90s is biblical. I don't give a damn who put it out. It's the truth. Right? Go ahead. An angel might have wrote it. Right? Just put it on the internet. Don't worry about who wrote it. It's the truth. Right? Go ahead.
Baruch chapter 3 verse 8.
Come on.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. Go ahead.
Where thou hast scattered us.
Where what?
Where thou hast scattered
Where the Most
us.
High have scattered us. This was back then and leading up till now. Back during Persia, Babylon, Medo-Persian Empire, Babylonian Empire, Greek, Roman, Egyptian, Assyrian, right? And now modern day America. We are yet this day in our captivity also. Come on.
For a reproach.
For a reproach, come on.
And a curse.
Come on.
And to be subject to payments.
And to do what?
And to be subject to
We're
payments.
subject to payments. Spiritual payments, because we're paying for the sins of our ancestors and our past transgressions, and actually literal payments. We're subject to payments. Right? Taxes, man. You get your check, it's gone before you get it. You got a business. Sometimes, see, when you're running a business, sometimes you do good, sometimes you do so-so. Sometimes you got weeks where you make one sale. Right? But either way, you know, it kind of balances out. Money's gone. Oh, I made 500 this week. I made 1,000 this week. I made 1,500 this week. Up, bills. Here come the bills. Here come the bills from the week that you only made $50. Right? Damn it, you was short that week. Now, the week you was able to make 1,000, you got to pay those bills. Right? Soon as it's like the bills know when you get money. Yo, I kid you not. Y'all gonna say the elder. No folly, man.
Right.
Y'all gonna say the elder. Before anybody gets simple, it seems like every time if I do a sale or something on my PayPal, here come all my apps taking the money from the PayPal. It's like they know when the money comes on the PayPal. I said, I know I'm not bugging out.
You got a tractor on your money.
It's like soon as a certain amount of money or whatever comes in, here come all my. I got a few apps on my phone, whatever, and I got it linked to my pay. Take the payment from my PayPal. It's like, I kid you not, I'm not making this up. It's almost like they know when there's money there. We had a game, King. So oh, Elder, you just making that up? No, I'm not making this up. You can't make this up, man. You can't make this stuff up. It's like they know when the damn thing knows when you got money.
It's true, Elder. It's true. You're not the only one.
They be like, yo, I'm getting mine now. When that nigga get broke, when that nigga, you might take that money off or pay for something else. I'm getting mine now. That nigga got money on there. I'm getting mine now. No funny, for real.
He's to the head of the game, right?
Right, come on, right? You know it.
Baruch chapter 3 verse 8.
Come on.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse.
Come on.
And to be subject to payments.
We are subject to payments, man. Go ahead.
According to all the iniquities of our fathers.
Right, we're paying because our forefathers sinned and are not. I can tell you Lamentations. And we're literally, that's spiritual, and we're literally subject to payments. All right, go ahead.
Which departed from the Lord our God.
Because we departed from the law of the Most High. Right? That's why we subject to these payments. We're paying spiritually by suffering, and we're literally paying our enemy. Right? You can't keep a dime in this damn society, man. Right? Give me Haggai 1 and 4. Give me the book of Haggai, I believe it's 1 and 4. You can't keep a damn thing in this society, man. Right? It's like they can smell when you got money. Right? Them bill collectors be coming, boy. They be like, man. Haggai after Zephaniah. Haggai 1 and 4. Chapter 1, verse 4. Yeah, read.
This is the book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 4. Anybody have it? Say Khan.
6, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to start at 4 though. Yeah.
Khan. Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses, and this house lie waste?
Now the Most High was using Haggai to rebuke Israel because they were slacking on rebuilding the temple. So the Lord was saying, okay, you got your sealed house, meaning you comfortable, your house is fine, your house is secure, it's set up, you got everything you need, but you're not going to give nothing towards. That's how we got to be with this work too. Most High give you a job, a business, a way to make a living. Your house is good, your bills are pretty much paid for, because they're going to make sure they pay, goddamn, because they know when you got money. Right? Your children are okay, your family's okay, whatever. and you neglect, you don't give nothing towards the work of the Most High. Same thing with our people back then. So the Lord said, is it time for you to be in your seal? You know you are safe and secure in your house, but my house lie waste. I done blessed you and took care of your personal household, and you're not going to take care of the house of the Lord? That's selfishness, man. Right? Come on.
Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses?
Come on.
And this house lie waste?
Come on.
Now therefore, thus saith the Most High of hosts, consider your ways.
What the Lord say?
Consider your ways.
The Lord said, consider your ways, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Jason, yo. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Right? Go ahead.
Ye have sown much and bring in little.
What the Lord say?
Ye have sown much
Go ahead.
and bring in
The
little.
Lord said, you have sown much and bring in little. All right, go ahead.
Ye eat, but ye have not enough.
Read verse 5 again.
Come. Now therefore, thus saith the Most High of hosts,
Go ahead.
consider your ways.
Go ahead.
Ye have sown much and bring in little.
You sow much, but you bring in little. Go ahead.
Ye eat, but ye have not enough.
It seems like it's never enough. All right, go ahead.
Ye drink, but ye not filled with drink.
You drink, but you are not filled with drink. Go ahead.
Ye clothe, but there is none worn.
Come on.
And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes.
The Lord said you earn wages to put it into a bag with holes. All right? That's what the Lord said. Salakia. Right? So the Lord said, is it time for you to stay in your sealed houses and this house like waste? All right? You earn wages and you put it into a bag with holes. Read verse 5 again.
Verse 5. Now therefore, thus saith the Most High of hosts, consider your ways. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none worn. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes.
See that? You earn wages to put it into a bag with holes. See, like your money, that's your basket being cursed, your savings. Like you putting your bag into a money with holes. I mean, your money into a bag with holes. Money fall out, everybody else get the money. Money fall out, scatter, everybody else picking up the money. You look at the bag, oh damn, where's my money? Right? The Lord said he'll put holes in that bag. Right? See that? So, go read on, finish it out. The last part, we're just gonna go to here and here, and this we'll do for the next class. I said I'm gonna break it down piece by piece because it's pretty long. Go ahead.
You just keep doing business with us.
You just keep on doing business with us. Go ahead.
It's safer that way. Besides, everything you need, we make anyway. Even kente clothes.
Even kente cloth. You Negroes want to go back to Africa? We make that too. Right? Since you think you're African. Right? Go ahead.
Even kente cloth.
Go ahead.
You just continue to dance.
You just, Negro, just continue to dance. Go ahead.
Sing.
And sing. Go turn up, man. Go turn up. Turn down for what? Right? Go turn up, Negro. Don't turn down. Turn up. Go party and dance and sing. Go ahead.
And distrust and hate one another.
And distrust and hate one another. Y'all keep doing that. And we'll take care of the heavy work. Go to Isaiah 5 and 11. He said, keep on dancing and singing and partying and having a good old time, Negro. This is what all all other Americans, meaning all other nationalities in America and all over the damn world. The Japanese said, what? You want to get rid of the problem in America? Get rid of the Negro. All right, go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 11. Everyone have it, say, Con. Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink, that continue until night, to wine and flame.
Right, y'all people are like a drunkard that starts 8 o'clock in the morning with strong drink and drinks all through the day into the night. You're going to be finished, man. Our people are spiritually drunk like that off of philosophies. Right. They rise up early to follow Esau in his ways. Come on.
And the harp and the viol and the tabret and pipe and wine are in their feasts.
The Lord said the viol, all different instruments are in their feasts. Go ahead.
But they regard not the work of the Most High.
Yeah, just go party and have a good time and don't regard the work of the Most High. Don't worry about fighting against us. Don't worry about coming back to the commandments. Don't worry about coming against our system. Just go party. The viol and the harp is in your feast, but they regard not the work of the Lord. Yeah, we just want to party and have a good time. Man, we don't want to hear all that religious stuff, man. And God's always out there preaching, man. We want to hear that preaching stuff. Right, come on.
Neither consider the operation of his hands.
What the Lord say?
Neither consider the operation of his hands.
They don't consider, they don't see what the Lord is doing in earth. They don't see what's going on. A Negro just got choked to death, modern day lynched in the subway. I was checking two brothers on that the other day, man. Simeon and Ephraim was about to fight. I was like, what are y'all brothers fighting over? Now, normally I don't get involved in that. I'm like, you niggas is crazy, I'm getting out of the way. But the brother, only reason why I got involved because the brother dapped me up.
Yeah.
He saw me, he saw my gun, he's like, yo, peace to the brother, man. I see what you represent, the Simeon brother.
Yeah.
Him and Ephraim got into something, they start getting ready to fight. I said, brothers, why y'all, come on, man. Like Moses, man. You're brethren. I said, brother, they're choking us to death on the train. You and this brother, I sat here and watched y'all. Y'all got into an argument over something petty and stupid. Now y'all ready to take each other head off and they choking the hell out of us on the train. These white supremacists. Where y'all energy for them? At the drop of a hat, y'all ready to fight each other. I said, come on. He said, yeah, you right, man. But sometimes you got to put these clown niggas in their place, man. I said, brother, I understand that. If you got to defend yourself, it don't matter who it is. But, brother, y'all too quick. Blacks, Latinos too quick to be ready to fight each other. And we getting choked to damn death on the subway, man. So they went their separate ways. Ephraim left, Simeon stayed there. Simeon dapped me up. He was like, man, yeah, you right, man. You right, brother. I was like, all right, brother, man, just fall back, brother. If it ain't really that serious, come on, brother. Right, go ahead.
Therefore my people are gone into captivity.
Therefore what?
Therefore my people are gone into captivity.
Therefore Israel is going into captivity. Come on.
Because they have no knowledge.
Because what?
Because they have no
They
knowledge.
don't have no knowledge, man. Israel is going into captivity. They have no knowledge. Go ahead.
And their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dry up with thirst.
Go ahead.
Therefore hell hath enlarged herself.
Therefore hell hath enlarged herself. Come on.
And opened her mouth without measure.
Yeah, because we in hell, man. That proves to you hell is a condition. It's not somewhere where you burn under the earth forever. Right? Satan is down there burning you to death forever. Right? With a pitchfork. Right? Go ahead. Fairy tales. Go ahead.
And their glory, and their multitude, and their pomp, and that rejoiceth shall descend into it.
Is going to descend into hell. Now, all that partying and all that turning up our people doing and not worried about what's really going on, all they want to do is sing and dance and party, that's all going to descend into hell. Because he's all going to come and throw all their asses in a concentration camp. Right? So, finish that out.
Come on. Thank you for not doing business with your own people. We can take care of that for you.
Right, so we'll stop right there. Read this last part.
Yeah,
you just continue.
You just continue to dance, sing,
Dance and sing. Go ahead.
and distrust and hate one another.
Right, give me Jeremiah. We dealt with the sing and dance part. Let's deal with the distrust and hate one another part. Give me Jeremiah 9. Start at 1.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 9, and verse 1. Everyone have it? Say, come. Come. Oh, that my head were waters, and my eyes a fountain of tears, that I might weep day and night for the slain of the daughter of my people.
Right, so Jeremiah was like, man, I just feel like crying day and night for the condition that Israel is in. That's how we feel sometimes. Man, this is sad, man. Right, come on.
Oh, that I had in the wilderness a lodging place of wayfaring men, that I might leave my people and go from them. From them be adulterers.
For they all be adulterers.
An assembly of treacherous men.
So it's just massive wickedness amongst our people. So basically, Jeremiah was like, I wish I could get away from these niggas. You know what I'm saying? These niggas are off, man. Right? Go ahead. And they commit spiritual adultery by worshiping other gods, by making gods out of material things. Right? Go ahead.
And that bend their tongues like their bow for lies.
Meaning they go out of the way to lie and slander each other. They go out of their way to speak evil against each other. Damn, every time you call me, you talking about somebody. Damn. I don't ever hear from you unless it's some gossip or something negative. Right? Come on.
But they are not valiant.
But they're not brave. Go ahead.
For the truth.
For the what?
For the truth.
Come on.
Upon the earth.
They go out of their way to destroy each other, but they're not brave for the truth on the earth. They won't even come out there and stand out there with us and support us. But they'll go out of the way to fight and kill and destroy one another. That's why I told the Simeon and Ephraimite brother. I was like, yo, y'all quit. Y'all got so much energy. It's like you bend your damn bow to get ready to fight your brother. But your other brother got choked. We didn't even see y'all out there saying nothing. Y'all wasn't standing out there with us at the camp supporting us. But you all ready to take each other damn head off. Right, come on.
For they proceed from evil to evil.
They go from evil to evil. Come on.
And they know not me, saith the Lord.
And they don't know the Most High, man. They go from one wickedness to another. This year's twerking that ass. Next year it's BBL. Next year after that is blonde hair. Next year after that is Jake wearing his pants over his behind. Next year after that is I'm on demon time. They proceed from evil to evil, but they don't want nothing to do with this truth.
Hot girl summer.
Right, yeah, hot girl summer. Right, hot nigga summer. Right? Remember Bobby Shmurda?
Oh, yeah.
Hot nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? About a week ago.
Yeah.
And they locked your ass up because you just confessed to a murder on a damn song, dummy. Right, go ahead.
Take heed, every one of his neighbor.
Take heed, every one of his neighbor. Go ahead.
And trust ye not in any brother.
Right, what does it say? Just continue to dance, sing, and distrust and hate one another. And right here, Jeremiah saying, you can't trust your people in righteousness. Right, you gotta distrust them because they off, because they distrust each other. Right, read it again, verse 4.
Take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother. For every brother will utterly supplant.
Every brother will utterly supplant. Come on.
And every neighbor will walk with slanders.
Bend their bows for lies. They will go out of their way to slander each other. And they will supplant. They want your position. Supplant means to take the position of someone else. They want your position. Right? They're covetous. Right? Covetous in a wicked way. Not covetous in righteousness like Paul said. Paul said covet the greatest gifts, which is the prophesy and teach the word of the Lord. All right, come on.
And they will deceive everyone his neighbor and will not speak the truth.
Come on.
They have taught their tongue to speak lies and weary themselves to commit iniquity.
They go out of their way to commit sin, but they have no desire to follow the truth. And they say, just continue to sing and dance and distrust and hate one another. And that's what Jeremiah said in the 4th verse. He said, for every brother will utterly supplant and every neighbor will walk with slanders, man. Because what? That's the behavior of a people that hates each other. By Shema Mashiach. Right, get one more. 1 John. 1 John, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. I think it's 2. Uh, 15. 1 John 3 and 15.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 3 verse 15. Everyone have it, say con. Con.
Good.
Whosoever hated his brother is a murderer.
Is a what?
Is a murderer.
Come on.
And ye know that no murderers have eternal life abiding in him.
See that? So Esau said what? Just continue to distrust and hate one another. We'll take care of everything else. Because they know if you hate your brother, you want to continue to kill each other and destroy each other. They can live happily ever after. And get the law that I quoted the law. But bring it out.
Also the funeral homes.
Yeah.
They're owned by Esau's.
Yeah, they're owned by Esau.
So the more you kill each other, guess what? The more money we make.
Yeah, the more money we make. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, because we got to bury you.
Yeah, because that's what they said, continue to distrust and hate one another. Because y'all going to kill each other and we'll continue to make money off of y'all dead bodies. Yeah, even a funeral home, yeah. I remember all the funeral homes in my neighborhood growing up, they was all owned by Esau. It was one funeral home owned by a black family. It was just one in the hood, and There was a lot of, I went to so many damn wakes and funerals, man. It was ridiculous. And some niggas was getting killed all the time. But it was one funeral home around the way that was owned by a black family. They still there too. They still there too. But all them other funeral homes in East New York, they was all owned by Esau. Right? Go ahead.
Whosoever hated his brother is a murderer. And
Leviticus 19 and 1.
Come. It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 1. When everybody have it, say, come. Come. And the Most High spoke unto Moses, saying, speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, ye shall be holy, for I, the Most High, your God, am holy.
Jump down to 17.
Verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
You should not hate your brother in your heart. But Esau said, no, continue to hate and distrust one another. But it's commanded for us not to hate each other. The Lord said, if you hate each other, you're a murderer. The reason why Esau said that, like Baruch brought out, if you continue to distrust and hate each other, you're going to kill each other. We're going to make money off the funeral homes. Right, go ahead.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt not in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him.
Come on.
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Most High.
There you go, man. But Esau said, nope, continue to distrust and hate one another. All right, so that's the second part of this this anonymous letter that was put on the internet. That's in the, you can get the Willie Lynch letter, How to Make a Slave. This yellow version and copy is published by Lushena Books, Lushena. West Irving Park Road, Chicago, Illinois. All right. Lushena Books. Lushena. You can get the Willie Lynch letter anywhere, but if you want this version, it's published by Lushena Books. All right. And get the information. Yeah, you can download it too off the internet. But I don't know if that version you download is going to have this anonymous letter that was put on the internet back in the early 90s about how all the other nations in America feel about the so-called Negro in America, which is Judah, right? All right, so if you can get this version, it got that anonymous letter in there. And it's true, no matter, like I said, an angel probably wrote it. And this is how the other nations really feel about us. So they hate us, man. The nations hate Israel by Shema. Right? So that was just a short, quick lesson to edify on that. We're going to get a few new moon scriptures and close out. Go to Leviticus 23. Leviticus 23 and let me see what I want. Leviticus 23 and 23.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 23. Everyone have it? Say, Khan. And the Most High spoke unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, shall he have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of the trumpets, a holy convocation.
So that's the high new moon of the year. All right, that's the high new moon of the year, 7th month. I think it falls around September 14th this year. I gotta look at the calendar again, so I can. All right, but we'll be celebrating that soon coming up. The memorial of blowing the trumpets, the highest new moon of the year, 7th month, bringing in the secular year of the month, with the Day of Atonement, the Feast of Tabernacles, in gathering, we gathered in our crops, we settled debts, and things of that nature. All right? Read on.
Read on. Ye shall do no servitude, no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High.
Right, you shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahweh. Right, no servile work meaning work for hire. On the high holy feast days, you should try to take them off. Only work you should be doing is for the feast, concerning the feast. All right, go to Psalms 81 and 3 and 4.
This is the book of Psalms 81, chapter 3 and verse 4. When anybody have it, say, come.
Khan.
Khan. For this was a statute for Israel and a law of the Most High of Jacob.
Psalms 81:3.
81:3. Blow up the trumpets in the new moon.
Right, so we blew up the trumpets in the new moon. Go ahead.
In the time appointed on our solemn feast day.
Right, we looked in the heavens and we saw the dark or the outline of the moon. Some Hebrews go by the slither. They go by the first or second day of the month when they see that first slither. Some go by the third day. Some go by the full. I don't know if anybody keep the new moon as the half moon, but I know some go by the full moon. Rehearse the righteous acts. Yahweh Shah will clear all that up when he make his second coming. Go ahead. But we acknowledge the dark moon as the new moon. It just doesn't make sense that something can be full and new at the same time. Right? It doesn't make sense. Go ahead.
For this was a statute for Israel and a law of God of Jacob.
Of what?
And law of the God of Jacob.
Come on.
This he ordained in Joseph for a testimony when he went out through the land of Egypt.
Right, so the new moon is a law that we're supposed to keep the beginning of every month according to the Hebrew calendar. Plain and simple. Go to Proverbs 3:19. Proverbs 3:19.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 19. And it reads, the Most High, by wisdom, hath founded the earth. By understanding, hath he established the heavens.
Right, by understanding the Lord established the heavens and all the hosts of the heavens. The sun, the moon, the stars, the planets, and all the hosts. Everything was done by wisdom and order. Okay? All right, go from there to 1 Maccabees 10:33. We're just going to get a few and close it out for the sake of time. 1 Maccabees 10:33. Everybody should pretty much know the new moon scripts. You'll have them under wraps. 1 Maccabees 10:33. Everybody have it? Say Khan.
First Maccabees chapter 10 and verse 33. Moreover, I freely set at liberty every one of the Jews that were carried captives out of the land of Judea into any part of my kingdom, and I will that all my officers remit the tributes, even of their cattle.
Come on.
Furthermore, I will that all the feasts and Sabbaths and new moons and solemn days, and the 3 days before the feast, and the 3 days after the feast shall be all of immunity, and
Shall be all days.
shall be all days after the feast shall be all of immunity.
All days of immunity. Go ahead.
And freedom for all the Jews in my realm.
Right, so King Demetrius was trying to allocate certain freedoms to Israel, and he understood that our feast days and new moons were important to us. So he was trying to get us on his side during the confusion amongst the Greeks and Romans and the different internal leaders. He was trying to become the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So let me butter up the Jews to get them on my side. Y'all can read the whole story on your own. But he knew that the new moons were near and dear to us. Even during the time of the Greek Inquisition and the Maccabees, they were still keeping the feast days. So all that crap about you in captivity, you're not in Jerusalem. No. Right? The Lord said, rehearse the righteous acts. Got it? So go from there to Luke 21:25, and then Colossians, we close it out. Luke 21:25, and then Colossians 2:16-17. Just a few on the new moon.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 25. Everyone have it? Say Khan.
Salaki, yeah, real quick, Elder. The font says all of immunities. In the Apocrypha, but the book says days. That's why he keeps saying all immunities.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
the book
okay.
says days.
Oh, yes.
Okay, Khan.
Days doesn't say that.
Okay, Khan.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, it doesn't say that.
Khan. I told you about them phones.
I know.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and 25. Everyone have it? Say Khan.
Khan.
And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea, and the waves roaring.
So the Lord said he would just show different signs in the heavens as a prelude to his second coming. Go ahead.
Men's heart failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
Go ahead.
For the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Go ahead.
And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great
They're
glory.
going to see Yahweh making his second coming with power and great glory.
Oh,
Go ahead.
And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh.
Right, because Yahweh is coming soon. All right. But we're going to see signs in the heavens among the sun, moon, and the stars. All right. And upon the earth, distress and confusion of nations. All right. So, Colossians 2:16, 17, we close it out. Okay? So a little edification, man. I just little quick impromptu topic. This guy talking about, oh, that's not racist, and that damn clubhouse sucks me in. I listened for 10 minutes and had to make a little quick mini lesson out of the madness I heard. Right?
Yeah.
You need a wake up call if you think these nations still don't hate us, especially Esau on down. Right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Colossians chapter 2 and verse 16. Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink or in respect of any holy day,
Go ahead.
or of the new moon, or of the Sabbath days, which are a shadow of things to come.
There's a shadow of things to come. Come on.
But the Bible is, but the body is of Christ Yahushua.
Right. So we're rehearsing the righteous acts. So don't let a man judge you in keeping the feast and maintaining the feast in rehearsal of the righteous acts. The shadow of things to come, but the body is of Yahushua. Ba Shema Mashiach. Put me shout. So the nations hate us, and happy new moon, 3rd month. Ba Shema Mashiach. And if we gain one thing from the lesson, then the job is done. And we'll continue on in this truth. Continue on this work. Come on. And what we're gonna do. So never forget, man, the nations hate us. They still hate us. And there's 1,000 more scriptures we can go into. Alright? And even I just want to show this. Right, even this was interesting. This was a watchtower that I got earlier from the Jehovah's Witnesses, and it says, "Good news from the Most High." Right, so I guess it's supposed to represent the kingdom, right? Now look at all the nations on there, right? Obviously, these are all heathens, and this one, he can really pass for a Hamite. That's a Hamite, but no, Jake is not there. Jake or Eve.
Wow.
Look, he's some kind of like Oriental, Asian, Cambodian, something like that. You got Moab up in there. You got Esau. You got maybe these can maybe try to pass for Northern Kingdom, Esau again, and then that's Ham. There's a world without Jake. I gotta get one more. Get one more. Give me the rest of the books of Esther and the Apocrypha. I'm going to show you where Haman wanted to get rid of us as a nation of people. Right? That's why it's called the New World Order, because there was an Old World Order. Well, from the time of Nimrod, they wanted all nations to bow down under one government and ruler. Then when it came time, right, like Shemaiah said, the perfect world, no Negro, no niggas. Because that's a Hamite up there. That's him. And this guy, you can't even try to pass him off as a Negro. That's him right there, right? That's not like what's the brother Tariq Nasheed? He said that's not a foundational Black American hairline, right? That's an African hairline, right? And he don't even look like the other. That's a Hamite, man. A perfect world without Negroes. Good news from God, right? We're gonna get rid of the Negro. We have a perfect world without the Negro. Give me the rest of the books of Esther and the Apocrypha.
This is what he look like.
Yeah.
That was the rainbow, right?
Yeah. Put that image up there.
Khan is the actor from Serpent and the Rainbow.
Yeah.
It's Hamite. You kind of favor him.
Let me see.
What was that piece underneath here?
Go to the rest of the books of Esther and the Apocrypha. Where it says chapter 13. Place in the Greek after. Oh no! Somebody with the book gotta read it because he got. Yeah. Page 55.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. About chapter 13, verse 4.
All right.
56.
Page 56, yeah.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 13 and verse 4. Declare.
Now this is Xerxes, the Persian king, having a discussion with Haman, the Edomite, his second in command. So he said, how can we have total and complete peace in our kingdom? Now, let's see how Haman, the Edomite, is going to answer him. Read.
Declare unto us that in all nations throughout the world there was scattered a certain malicious people.
Scattered, that was the prophecy on Israel, Deuteronomy 32. Good.
That had laws contrary to all nations.
They're scattered a malicious people, a man trying to accuse us of being malicious, saying we have contrary laws. Just like in this society. Now, we don't celebrate Christmas. We don't do this. We don't. What kind of Negro are you?
Okay.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And continually despise the commandments of kings, so as the uniting of our kingdoms, honorably intended by us, cannot be forced.
These people are hindering the progress of our United Kingdom. Good.
Verse 5. Seeing then we understand that this people alone is continually in opposition unto all men, differing in the strange manners of their laws, and evil affected to our state, working all the mischief they can, that our kingdom may not be firmly established.
Come on.
Verse 6. Therefore have we commanded that all they that are signified in writing unto you by a man who is ordained over the affairs and is next unto us.
Ammon is Haman without an H. It's the same thing. Haman the Edomite, right? Go ahead.
And is next to us, shall all with their wives and children be utterly destroyed by the sword of their enemies, without all mercy and pity, in 14 days of the 12th month, Adar, of his present year.
A world without Negroes. A world without niggas. Let them all with their wives and children be destroyed in one day. A world without Negroes. A world without Israel. Right, there you go. Good news from God. Right, go ahead.
Verse 7. That they who of old and now also are malicious may in one day with violence go into the grave, and so ever hereafter cause our affairs to be well settled and without trouble.
Right, good news from God. A world without Negroes. A world without Israelites, especially that Negro. Especially that Negro with an accent. Because Mordecai and Esther was Benjamites. Right, especially them Negroes with accents. Yeah, man. Right, Shemaiah them.
Shemaiah.
Right? A world without the Caribbean Negro either. Right, there you go. Good news. So the good news is we're going to get rid of niggas. The same thing was going on back there during the time of wicked Edomite Haman. By Shemaiah. You can't make this up, man. You cannot make this up. Right? Nothing new under the sun, right? By Shemaiah. The nations hate Israel. By Shemaiah.
You can hate me now.
And Shah Kadash Rock, happy new Brew Moon 3rd month. By Shemaiah. Let's pray and close it out. Come here, Shah.
Come here.
Imagine upon your devotional. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right, hallelujah.
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 Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Hamashiach.
Hamashiach.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Raknawa.
Raknawa.
Ba'shalom.
Ba'shalom.
Wahabiyah Sapaya.
Wahabiyah Sapaya.
Shema.
Shema.
Yashirallah.
Yashirallah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Alahayanawa.
Alahayanawa.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Achad. Shema.
Shema.
Yashirallah.
Yashirallah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Alahayanawa.
Alahayanawa.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Achad. Shema.
Shema.
Yashirallah.
Yashirallah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Alahayanawa.
Alahayanawa.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Achad. Shema.
Shema.
Yashirallah.
Yashirallah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Alahayanawa. Yahweh, Hear, O Israel, Yahweh, power, Yahweh is one. Deuteronomy 6, verse 4, Credo of Israel. Hallelujah.
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 All right, brothers, come up, get anointed. Hallelujah. Come here, Shalom. Come here, Shalom. All praises.
All praises.
Punish.
Punish.
Hallelujah. Need the whole goddamn bottle. These spirits are. Come on, back here. No, y'all come on.
Oh, we come.
No, you know what? We just going to do it as a prayer.
Okay, sorry.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Baraki Yahweh.
Wa Yashamaka.
Shemaka.
Ya Yahweh.
Ya Yahweh.
Ban Yahweh.
Banyawa.
Al Yakar.
Ayaka.
Wa Yachanka.
Kanka.
Yasha'a Yahweh.
Yasha Yahweh.
Ban Yahweh.
Banyawa.
Al Yakar.
Ayaka.
Wa Yashamnaka.
Shemaka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Hamashiach.
Mashiach.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Babakushah.
Babakushah.
Shemai.
Shemai.
Nawa.
Nawa.
Aita.
Aita.
Shalak.
Shalak.
Maikala.
Maikala.
Balahayim.
Balahayim.
La.
La.
Shema'el.
Shema'el.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapal.
Rapal.
Aizar.
Aizar.
Magun.
Magun.
Kazak.
Kazak.
Atazayah.
Atazayah.
Kwawa.
Kwawa.
Say your name out.
Ashiyah.
No. Start with Josh.
Joshua.
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 Baruch.
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 Ashiyah.
Aishiyah.
Ashiyah.
Aishiyah.
Ashiyah.
Aishiyah. Zabak.
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 Kol.
Kol.
Akim.
Akim.
Kol.
Kol.
Akwafim.
Akwafim.
Kol.
Kol.
Bunyam.
Bunyam.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Bahashem.
Bahashem.
Hamashiach.
Hamashiach.
Yahawashi.
Yahawashi.
Tawada.
Tawada.
Tamyah.
Tamyah.
Awalon.
Awalon.
Hallelujah.
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 Komisha.
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 Blessing of the new moon and the food and drink. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Hamashiach.
Hamashiach.
Yahawashi.
Yahawashi.
Babakushah.
Babakushah.
Barak.
Barak.
Nawa.
Nawa.
Kag.
Kag.
Shol.
Shol.
Kadash.
Kadash.
Yarak.
Yarak.
Blessed O Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahawashi. Please bless the food and the drink that we're about to receive for the new moon celebration, Most High, our new moon feast. Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahawashi, that all things be consumed in moderation and for your upliftment and glory. Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahawashi, to what our money. Hallelujah.
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 Komisha.
Komisha.
All right. Blessing of the nation of Israel in general. Repeat the Hebrew only. Right? Drink offering. Salakia. Blessed you, Yahweh, that gives us the fruit of the vine. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Hahawa'ah.
Hahawa'ah.
Nathanawa.
Nathanawa.
Hapaya.
Hapaya.
Hagapan.
Hagapan.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Hamashiach.
Hamashiach.
Yahawashi.
Yahawashi.
The water.
Water.
Tamyah.
Tamyah.
Awalon.
Awalon.
Amen. Dam Yahawashi.
Yahawashi.
Blood of Yahawashi.
Blood of Yahawashi.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Repeat the Hebrew only. Blessed are you, Yahweh, that gives us the law. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Hahawa'ah.
Hahawa'ah.
Nathanawa.
Nathanawa.
Hatawara.
Hatawara.
Blessed are you, Yahweh, that gives us the light to see. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Hahawa'ah.
Hahawa'ah.
Nathanawa.
Nathanawa.
Ha'awar.
Ha'awar.
Lara'ah.
Lara'ah.
Blessed are you, Yahweh, that gives us the ram's horn to call the people. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Hahawa'ah.
Hahawa'ah.
Nathanawa.
Nathanawa.
Salakia. Hakwaran.
Hakwaran.
Washawapah.
Washawapah.
Wakwara.
Wakwara.
Ha'ain.
Ha'ain.
Bahashem.
Bahashem.
Hamashiach.
Hamashiach.
Yahawashi.
Yahawashi.
The water.
Tawada.
Tamyah.
Tamyah.
Awalon.
Awalon.
Hallelujah.
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 Komisha.
Komisha.
Praise. Imagine. Salute each other. Akim Yasha'Allah, brothers of HLI, House of Israel, Amajid, Barak, Yahaba Shimel Shabakatam,
Yahaba Shimel Shabakatam,
Kwame Shabak,
Kwame Shabak,
Kwame Shabak,
Kwame Shabak,
Kwame Shabak,
Kwame Shabak,
Hallelujah,
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 Barakata Yahweh,
Barakata Yahweh,
Barakata Yahweh Shah,
Barakata Yahweh Shah,
Barakata Yahweh,
Barakata Yahweh,
Barakata Yahweh Shah,
Barakata Yahweh Shah,
Barakata Yahweh,
Barakata Yahweh,
Barakata Yahweh Shah,
Barakata Yahweh Shah,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Hamashiach,
Hamashiach,
Yahweh Shah,
Yahweh Shah,
Kwame Shalom,
Kwame Shalom,
Shalom,
Shalom.
Oh, hold on, wait. Face the east. I gotta set up a quick.
Yeah, come on.
I just got some news. I gotta set up a quick extra prayer.
Come on.
Salakia. Hallelujah.
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 Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yashemaka.
Yashemaka.
Ya'ah Yahweh.
Ya'ah Yahweh.
Kun Yahweh.
Hayaka.
Hayaka. Wayakunka.
Hayakunka.
Yasha'ah Yahweh.
Yasha'ah Yahweh.
Kun Yahweh.
Kun Yahweh.
Hayaka.
Hayaka.
Wayashemnaka.
Hayashemnaka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Hamashiach.
Hamashiach.
Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shah.
Baruch
Baruch
Shemai.
Shemai.
Nawa.
Nawa.
Aita.
Aita.
Shalak.
Shalak.
Ma'ikala.
Ma'ikala.
Malahayim. La.
La.
Shema'ayo.
Shema'ayo.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Aizah.
Aizah.
Magun.
Magun.
Kazak.
Kazak.
Ataziyah.
Ataziyah.
Kwawa.
Kwawa.
Mashapak.
Mashapak.
Holmes.
Holmes.
Mashapak.
Mashapak.
Holmes.
Holmes.
Mashapak.
Mashapak.
Holmes.
Holmes.
Shabbatah.
Shabbatah.
Holmes.
Holmes.
Shabbatah.
Shabbatah.
Holmes.
Holmes.
Shabbatah.
Shabbatah.
Holmes.
Holmes.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Aizah.
Aizah.
Magun.
Magun.
Ataziyah.
Ataziyah.
Kwawa.
Kwawa.
Shabbatah.
Shabbatah.
Holmes.
Holmes.
Mashapak.
Mashapak.
Holmes.
Holmes.
Bahashim.
Bahashim.
Hamashiach.
Hamashiach.
Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shah.
Tawada.
Tawada.
Tamyad.
Tamyad.
Awalam.
Awalam.
Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
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 Kwame Shah.
Kwame Shah. Praise.
Ashar Kadash Yirak.
Shirak.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Kadash.
Kadash.
Yirak.
Yirak.
Happy New Moon, 3rd month. Kwame Shah.
Kwame Shah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Happy New Moon, 3rd month, Israel. Kwame Sha'Allah. Hallelujah. Good. Hope y'all enjoyed the lesson. If you learned one thing tonight, we've done our job. The nations hate us. All right? And Ashar Kadash Shirak, Happy New Moon, 3rd month. Don't forget, the nations hate us. The nations hate Israel. And we hate their ass too. Right. Shimmer my shit. Shimmer my shit. Shalom. Good. Shalom. Oh, OG just came on. We falling out, OG. Shalom.
Shalom, King.
Happy New Moon, 3rd month. The nations hate us. Kwame Shalom. Pet you, Haitian.